Fisher here for another very good match, and I just finished with Charlie Brown announcing and introducing the players. And we have Sonny Cho and Piedro Piedrabuena. What a treat. Pedro is averaging over 2 for this tournament, and most of his games are just about 2. It's a pleasure to watch him play, and Sonny can be sometimes a very flashy player, but he's he's an old friend of mine and a very, very enjoyable player to watch. Pedro is going to break. With the yellow ball. Sonny has the white ball. That's 2. These are 40-point matches, and the first 3 matches that Pedro played, he scored 40 points in 19 innings. Now, to do that, you have to be an extremely world-class player, but to do the exact same innings 3 times in a row is practically impossible. In the 4th game, he slid all the way to 22 innings, so that leaves him with an average of 2.051 after four matches. Sonny was playing 2 rails first, hoping to bounce back off the ball to the rail, but it got hung up en route. It, I just understand that now that the audio went live, and everything I said before this is washed away. I'll try if I can remember to repeat it as we go along. Most of it had to do with Pedro and the way he's playing in this tournament so far. This is his first match. He's averaging 2.051 in the first 4. The first 3 were done in 19 innings, and the 4th one was done in 22 innings. That's certainly world-class billiards. That's a 2. table number 2, we have Miguel Torres playing Cho, J. Cho. So we have 2 Chos playing at the same time, but on different tables. Thank goodness for that. This is Sonny Cho just scoring. Sonny, a very popular player, a good friend of mine I've known for a long time. Always been a big supporter of three-cushion billiards from the time he was a young lad. Sonny's averaged 1.007 for his first 4 matches, winning 2 and losing 2. I just ate. Thank you. They're trying to fill me with food here, and I said no. A young lady from Chicago here doing a lot of filming, and I understand I was talking to her. She's doing it for, I guess, a documentary on pool and billiards, and she says she's done about 500 rolls of film so far. That's dedication. I think I got those numbers right. Always smiling, though. Maybe somebody else is editing them. Standing room only here for this match. It's a pleasure to see the interest that is generated by three cushion. Pedro's going to bank here. Came close, but didn't hit both balls. Get Sonny off and running here. He should be able to handle this shot. Oh my. At that speed, how it went around is hard to believe. My score says 5-2 after 3 innings, and as I mentioned before, I do not have access to the electric scoreboard as that is facing the audience, and I don't get to see it, so I'm keeping score here manually, and I check it every so many innings. Somebody flashes me a signal, and hopefully I'm right. And if I'm not, mine is not the primary and valid score anyway. I understand that Jim Frederick chatted in and mentioned about the time I did one of the AccuStats broadcasts many years ago. And in his memory, he got just about all of it correct. I'm a big booster of AccuStats and own a lot of their tapes. Hey, Jim. Pedro's so solid at the table. Looks so confident at whatever he's doing. He has a room in San Diego, and I'm sure he misses the weather out there right now. Sure.
Let me get this stuff off my back. Okay.
Just a couple of seconds here, I'm going to have Bill Johnson sit in with us from Detroit, a veteran tournament player, and so I would say is just as expert at this game as anybody I know. We're treated to a real good game here, Bill. Real good players. Yeah, he slipped a little. He didn't get the 19-inning game. He slipped the 22 innings. I guess he's getting tired, but he had three, actually. 3 in a row, which is incredible. That's something neither you or I could do. Ever. But just to shoot the same average 3 games in a row is just hard to believe. No matter what. Yes. Tonight at 9 o'clock, please be on, as we've got an artistic 3-cushion billiard show by Miguel Torres, whose show is absolutely excellent and not only shows his talent, but there's a bunch of humor.
Yeah, I guess I'm on now. I was probably just talking to the wind.
So don't forget that, 9 o'clock tonight. Here.
Well, for my friends back in Detroit, I want to say I wish you were here. This is turning out to be a really beautiful event. We had the billiard room open until 5 in the morning last night. And a bunch of trick shot
Yeah, well, I haven't finished.
artists were in here trying to make shots, which was funny. And daily it's packed.
One up here, I don't know. Go ahead.
We've had a full audience every day. Now, I've been watching Pedro play for about 13 years now. The first time I saw him was in 1998 in New York, and Pedro was, averaging a little over 1. And I've seen him really improve over the years. And this is really phenomenal what he's doing here. But Yeah,
I think
this
he's
is
on a
Bill-
run to
this is
7
Bill-
now, Bill. I think this is shooting for his 8th billiard here
Oh wow!
on this run.
Wow. Yeah, he opened a game yesterday with a 14. Right?
That he did, yeah.
Yeah.
He closed out a game with a 9, too.
Yeah, he had another game where he had a 9 and a 10 in it. So, the word's out that the tables play a little bit short, but that's characteristic of these tables, and it doesn't. I think Pedro likes them. Likes them short, I guess.
The live streaming here is done by Invitational for the Invitational Champion of Champions, provided by MI Billiards Live 2U Streams. Support provided by Professor Q Ball Promotions and the USBA, United States Billiards Association. Special thanks to Steve Elzinga, Curly on the side.
Yeah, I was privileged to be here when these tables were set up, and I've been around other tables, and these tables have the 60 millimeter slates, which is like 2 3/8 inches. They weigh about 800 pounds apiece. And they have the I-beam construction, for the frame. And man, these are some really solid tables. They play beautiful, extremely consistent. And personally, I like the shorter rolling tables because that's what I grew up on. But this is really nice. Really a treat.
I think Pedro's going to come back 3 rails here. I think he's going off the red.
And what's he on now? How many?
This is 1.
Oh, okay.
This is his 2nd if he makes it.
Yeah. I didn't see him miss the last.
Yeah, he was a billiard that should have made but missed. There was many of them on this table.
Yeah, I'll try to get with the program, Max. I just got in.
You can go 3 or 5 rails here. It looks like 3.
Yeah.
He's been playing like a machine in this tournament. It's a well-tuned machine.
Well, Pedro has a reputation for being kind of a slow player, but I'll tell you what, he's picked his speed up. I mean, I've watched every game he's played, and
very noticeable, Bill. You're right.
He is playing with a different rhythm, and I'm not sure if it's conscious or just the fact that he might be comfortable on these tables. But whatever it is, it seems to make him play much better.
Well, when he speeds it up, it means he scores faster.
He's a dead punch. I know. I mean, this is rumor. I don't know if it's fact or not. But when they got the shot clock in Europe, some of the slower players, their games picked up speed and they played better. It's just it's kind of counterintuitive to some people. Well, we have the electronic scorekeepers, which do have clocks on them, but I haven't seen the clocks used in a while, so I think they pretty much got most. I'm not sure what they're doing in Europe, though, but I think.
I don't know either. The problem he seems to have with this shot is what to do with that white ball.
Yeah.
He can get the 3 cushions, but he's got to get that white ball to the bottom rail first. He can't cut it to the side rail. Well, he did, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it's... managing the ball and then getting it short enough was difficult. How many points does Sonny have now?
Sonny has 2, and he's got a little bit of work to do, but he needs something to start with. I don't know whether he's got it or not.
Yeah, you can't count Sonny out, though. I've had him by a few points in the past. He's a machine once he starts rolling. So he's explosive player. I expect this game to get closer as it goes along. Sonny's got no give up in him. He's gonna.
That's gonna make.
Yep.
Well, he got a partial reward. It's not easy.
Sonny's got that choked up, he holds a hand like an old style pool player close to the balance point, and it just explodes into the ball. He's very, very fun to watch, especially when he runs a bunch of billiards. It's just like bang, 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 and he's a beautiful player and a nice guy. Yeah, really is. Now that's kind of typical of Sonny when I think of people standing there with one leg up in the air. That's just kind of something I see in New York. I don't see so much of it where I play.
In between these two games, as Sonny was walking around out of his uniform, out of his formal wear, and it went on the phone. He was just walking around and talking, and we were still live.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I sure am surprised. I was always told that Sonny couldn't walk and talk at the same time, but apparently he can. And I put it. It's been streamed, so if he sees it, I told him I did it afterwards.
Yeah, Sonny's
He's a showman.
Yeah, Sonny's one of the players that likes to play with a poker face, and it's hard to get him to be social when he's in a competition. I mean, away from the table, and later on he's a fine guy, but he gets that intensity, and some players just can't go between socializing and playing.
No, and they really shouldn't have to.
No, they don't. Not in this game. I mean, this is the beauty of the game. The game is, really predicated on a lot of etiquette. And I think it's, unfortunately, I golf, and I see a lot of people nowadays. Their first lesson should have been etiquette, and they have no clue.
And their last lesson as well.
Yeah. But I respect that.
You just saw a rarity there, folks, in an open inning.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of like that myself, but I'm loquacious, and when I'm playing, I like to talk to people, and that doesn't always help my game.
Well, you don't talk while they're swinging, though. That's for sure.
No.
But you don't do that.
No, that's pretty rough fare when you do that. We've had an awful lot of pool player interest, though. This game, I think, appeals to a wide variety of people, and it's just not around enough in the country for people to see it.
Sometimes we take shots for granted, and that might have been the case with Sonny there. He could have certainly avoided that kiss had he probably thought about it a little bit.
Oh, okay. What do we got here?
Looks like a rail first off the white, cross table in the corner.
The angle doesn't look right to me, but maybe the angle's deceptive. Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
As I keep saying on these broadcasts, Bill, I can call these shots. I just can't make them.
Yeah, I know the feeling. In fact, for aspiring billiard players, I mean, that's one of the best ways to learn is to watch the tapes and try to figure out what these guys are going to do. There are some players out there, if you watch old Sang Lee tapes, you have no idea what he's going to do. He was a magician, and I mean, my goodness. Creativity is such a vital part of this game. And I think if it was just straightforward game, like pool, I would have lost interest. In fact, I was a pool player. I did lose interest, but there's endless shots that come up, and people are always coming up with new ideas. And one player's mistake is another player's aha moment. We got a new shot here. Looks like a cross table, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This need a little bit
Sonny
more
needs
of
an edge. You
what
can't
my
keep-
mentor Carl Conlon called a Putney swope. Make that white ball swope.
We'll get a little bit of action here. Every tournament, and especially this one, needs sponsors because this is a big venture.
Yeah.
And we've been fortunate to be assisted by Alan Hopkins Productions, Professor Cue Ball Promotions,
Absolutely.
Gabriel Stables, Ioannis Simonis Cloth, Kamui Tips, Longoni Cues, and the United States Billiard Association, all helping
Yeah.
to make this event possible.
Yeah, the players that you see out here, I mean, the prize money is not much. So, everybody's got to have a regular job. And all the sponsors are so appreciated. I mean, this event couldn't happen. You couldn't, and these players are so talented and put so much into it, their whole life into it. And it's all about love of the game. And the sponsors are what makes it happen here. I'm telling you. We appreciate them.
We also have a lot of individual sponsors that we couldn't do without. Alan Hopkins, Bob Jewett, Paul Frankel, David Levine, Dennis Diekman, Young Ra, George Hart, Bruce Warner, Bob Watson, Andrew Jaquito, Philippe Raison, Juan Elzalda Sauez, Ray Raskin, Tommy Thompson, Jim Shovak, Mason Shuney, and Bill Worrell, just to mention a few of them.
And some people don't, just donate their time and energy, and that's fine. I mean, we need that too. A lot goes into.
Yeah, there's a lot of helpers around here.
It goes into making this happen, and it's a very addicting game. I mean, I tried to quit this game years ago. It was futile. I mean, there was no way.
I found it easier to quit smoking than to quit billiards.
Yeah, I mean, I've quit smoking and I quit drinking, but I can't quit billiards, and I don't want to. I tell you, I love it, and as funny as it seems, I'm always trying to pick up new things, and I picked something up that Pedro does last night, and I'm in here until 5 in the morning. Of course, I was running the room and allowing some of the pool players to play some, and.
Well, he just got an edge there.
Yeah,
Did you see that,
Bill?
It looked like it
barely squeaked it.
It looked like he had to get a third of the bowl, and he just got an edge.
So I picked up on something that Pedro was doing, and I'm in here trying it. In the events we've had at Carom Cafe, I watch Bloomdahl, and I watch, especially Sammy Sagener, and you've got to try it all. It's just really an amazing game. So many different styles.
Oh, we got a great style here.
Yeah.
Take advantage of him.
Yeah, I'll
Look
tell
at
you
this
what.
shot. Look at this shot.
There's a point, in he wasn't trying that shot, but
No, I think he probably hit the wrong rail, but he got away with it.
yeah, some of the Europeans shoot that shot on a regular basis. It's a pretty big ball. So,
And Blumdahl plays a lot of backup shots.
in fact, he's the one that pretty much started coming up with those backup shots, and his speed is a little firmer than the average player's speed, average world-class player's speed. So I think maybe he came on some of those shots accidentally, but I know they practice a lot, so they practice all kinds of things. And to me, that was the fascinating thing about, watching Sammy Sagener in New York, practicing for 5 hours a night, trying the craziest shots you ever saw.
Look at that. We got to talk a little bit about this guy.
He's
doing crazy here.
Yeah, he's getting an awful lot of really beautiful runs. I mean, what's he got, a 7?
He's got a 7, and now he's on a 4 now. He's already had another 4.
And you know what, man? I mean, I can't believe it. I thought maybe I was seeing things, but his speed has picked up. I mean, really picked up. So that's good
Another
to see.
beauty.
And he's got this one, I'm sure. Oh yeah, right in the middle. Yeah, man, oh man, he's a machine. He's
Some of the records of the players here. Jay Cho is 3-1. Hugo Patino is actually he's 3-2. He's played 5 games. Miguel Torres is 2-2. Mercedes Gonzalez is 0-5. Pedro is 4-0. Mason is 2-3. Sonny is 2-2, and Carlos Jalon is 2-3. Some have played one more game, and they're catching up now.
Yeah.
These 4 players.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's going to beat Pedro, they're going to have a hard way to do it because everybody's got at least 2 losses. So
Yeah.
it's
That's a good point, Bill.
Yeah.
And I think they have 2 rounds to play tomorrow.
I think 1 round tomorrow.
That's what I thought, but Charlie Brown
They changed
told me that no, he told me it was 2. I don't know.
Oh well, maybe 2 sessions.
2 sessions, yeah,
Yeah.
which means 1 full round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I misunderstood that, and he finally explained that where I could grasp it.
Yeah. Well, so if Pedro wins this game, he's pretty much a lock-in. But I mean,
I don't see him losing 2 games.
No.
Maybe somebody will beat him, but I don't know if 2 people will.
You know, I mean, that was one of the bets beforehand. You know, would somebody go undefeated? And
Yeah, I know
and
that.
everybody
That was offered to me.
Yeah, everybody kind of thought nobody would go
No,
undefeated.
I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, but like I said, I saw Pedro when he went from being just a 1 player, and he played down in Atlanta, Georgia in 2000, and he had a tournament. He came in 5th place. He averaged 1.6. It was an international tournament. And I asked him, I said, Pedro, what happened? What happened to your game? He says, I don't know. He says, I was just making billiards. I've never played like that. I never thought I could. And then I was fortunate enough to be in 2003 when Pedro beat Sang Lee for the first time, and I kept score of that game. And Pedro beat him 50-25 in 25 innings, and Pedro said to me, I never thought I could beat Sang Lee. And, you know, he's a very humble man. But my goodness, I mean, he's definitely a world-class player. There's no doubt about it.
Some of the other averages are Jay Cho is 1.263. Patino is 1.078. Miguel Torres is 1.130. Pedro is 2.051, as we said before. Mason Shuney is 1.068. Sonny Cho is 1.007. And Carlos Jalon is 0.959.
And all these averages are pretty much in range with what you pretty much expect from these players. I mean, Pedro is just he's really standing out in this tournament. I'm not sure if it was preparation or all his stars are aligned, or.
And he came the farthest too.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful pool room in San Diego. His life seems to be in order, so he's feeling good.
Well, it's on a run of 3 this inning so far.
My goodness. This is possibly off the white ball is a little problematic.
I'm a believer, Bill. I think whatever he wants to do, he can do.
Yeah, I think you might be right. That's the problem right here. Boom. Oh, he got out of that all right. Beautiful shot.
That's beautiful. You know that you can run out of superlatives to say about him.
Yeah.
You just have to let your eyes take all this in. And
I'll tell you what, he has definitely made his game look a lot better. You know, with the speed of play that he's got. He's onto something. I don't know what it is. He's changed, and I've watched him, like I said, for 13 years. And I watched the Nationals when Hugo beat him, and those were painful to watch. 2 one-hole games. Hugo had to beat him twice. It was very, very intense, intense billiards, and it looks like he's just running away with this thing. Which, more power to him. My goodness.
boy, from the back.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Wow. He's only got, what, 3 more open innings?
He's got 2 open innings. Oh, he's got 1 open inning.
What? I'm looking over at Sonny's.
Sonny's got.
Wow.
It's time for me to get a score check. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I'm off one for an inning or something. And
Yeah.
I'll snap my fingers and Curly will come to my rescue, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a big distraction watching the beauty of the game and trying to keep score.
The wrong rail, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I have him 28 in 9 innings. It's a little over 3.
And what was it yesterday? He had 27 in 6 innings.
Yeah, he had 30 in 8 innings.
Yeah, he's on fire. He's going to have, an American average for playing in an All-American tour event, which he's going to have a record.
I didn't know that was a great way of playing that. That seemed to be a difficult way, but if he felt like he was confident, that's what you asked to do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's ignoring me. Oh, they're in a conference now. 28-4. 30.
Wow.
It's even better. I must have missed an inning. That's what happened. I missed an inning. Okay. I don't care about the innings that much. I want to get the score right. I don't know whether this will stretch that far, do you think? I don't think so.
Yep, I think Pedro's the current Pan American champion too.
Yes, he is.
So, I mean, we're talking about an awful lot of fine players south of the border. He's
Sonny's not getting much to shoot at. He's not getting one that he can reach. He has to stretch and. out here. He's all right.
Oh, yeah. Left-handed.
When he misses, it's close. His misses look good.
Yeah. Sonny just can't seem to get a comfortable shot. You got it. No. Oh boy. Yeah, they're rolling pretty tough for Sonny.
It's times I know when I've been in a position like this, Sonny is. I just hope that people watching are paying more attention to how good the opponent is playing,
Yeah.
rather than my inability to score.
Yeah. Yeah, some of my best games I didn't get very many points, and I just got crushed by my opponent. In fact, Pedro beat me in the Nationals 25-4 a couple years ago. But you know, he gets the balls rolling. He can really walk over you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many years ago, I played Sang Lee in the Nationals at New York at
Yeah.
Masters, and he beat me 40-12
Oh.
in 12 innings. Now,
Yeah.
the
So
thing
you
was,
averaged
he
one,
it took him 3 to get out in that game.
Yeah.
And when the game was over, the first thing I did, even before I congratulated him, was, "You're ruining my average." If he'd have got out in 9, I look at what my average would have been in that game. And I got killed.
Yeah. Yeah, you can average too, and if your opponent's averaging 4, and I've seen the European, I saw Bloomdahl do that at Komori before, so you can be playing great, and it doesn't mean anything. Your opponent's hot, but these guys, they're subject to real hot games. But Pedro's so consistent. That's, you know, he's got to be the most consistent player in this country right now.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Especially, he's made a believer out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of stubborn that way too. I mean, I've had to, you know, hold back and pay attention and see just what he's doing.
This one here is going to test him, but I guess he's going to back it around the table off the white. Not an easy shot.
Looks like he's holding it up a little bit, but
That red ball is right out in the middle of the ocean, too. I mean, there's a lot of ways to miss it.
yeah. You only have a 3-ball width to make it.
Which, when you put it that way, Bill, is not too bad.
Yeah, yeah. You got about 7 inches, 7.5 inches, maybe.
Look at this. I don't think
oh
he
my
tried
goodness,
to do that, but
that would be an accident. Yeah.
it's 2 open innings in a row. 3 out of the last 4, I believe.
Okay, Sonny's got to come up with something. This, like you said, the ball's out in the middle of the ocean. Playing off the red is no easy shot. Looks like he's going to play 4 rails to the yellow. Yeah. No. Oh, he hit it bad. I think he's getting a little frustrated.
Oh, with no doubt in my mind, he is.
Yeah.
And It's 9 open innings in a row. That's
Yeah.
just totally uncommon for anybody in this tournament. He's just one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, Pedro does a lot of traveling to play in these tournaments. He's gone back to Mason's room and played in tournaments there in New York City, and he's come here. It's a big expense, and you know, plus he's got his own pool room to run, and it takes a lot of sacrifice. Oh yeah, perfect. So my old buddy Frenchie used to call that slow motion. Okay, here. Oh, back in the same place. Yeah, he's definitely not feeling sorry for Sonny. He's playing safe when he doesn't have a lock in on the shot. He shoots speed that gives Sonny a very difficult position.
Look at the people here.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, standing room only. Yeah, this is a nice event. Very nice event. It's a lot different than the audience when they're watching a pool match. Everybody's yelling and yakking.
Yeah. You're right.
It's quiet and respectful.
Yeah, you hear the people talking in the hallway, then we have somebody usually I call a shusher that sits out there and tells them to keep it down.
Well, years ago, my buddy called this the quiet game, and
Yeah, people have to look in here, and what are these people doing in formal wear?
Yeah.
So quiet.
Some of the pool rooms you go in, they have the real loud music, and billiard players, they want peaceful. Billiard players are peaceful by nature. Uh-oh. Hit a little bit thick.
Yeah, this game and its surroundings are usually the epitome of refinement.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And could have been just a little easier, but he's probably gonna back it. No? Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
He's frustrated. Ooh. Okay, what do you think he's going to do here, Max?
I think he might double the rail.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. He's got a couple of options.
He's got a good cross table. I was saying earlier that these tables don't react that well to cross table shots. The first and second rail's all right. The third rail seems to straighten out.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Not a problem. Oh.
He did get it, but that's what happened. Normally the ball will walk a line down
Yeah,
like
there's
downhill.
certain tables have different characteristics, and these players know which shots are, more probable to make. And, the walk-in shot, as we call it, not an easy option on these tables. I'm not sure if it's the. I think the height of the rails is pretty much consistent on most of the tables, but might be the consistency of the rubber. I'm not sure. I wish I knew.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's all right.
Oh yeah. Well, he's shooting with a lot of confidence. Yeah, that was kind of
Not the way
extreme.
these rails play.
Yeah, the characteristics of being short and kind of. He might have been able to make it, but it was difficult.
Yeah, he did shoot it pretty hard, and
Yeah.
that didn't help any. But who are we to criticize him?
Yeah. Sonny's
It's
made a couple
some-
of
somehow-
innings in a row, so maybe we got something coming up here. from
Somehow
Sonny.
the rules say we're supposed to talk, but we have to have something to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I got plenty to talk about. I'm not sure everybody wants to hear it.
Boy, Sonny, come on now.
Yeah, Sonny gets rolling. He's very fast. Just his normal tempo is real fast. A lot of fun, man. Very explosive, like I said. Oh my! Give him a little luck. Come on now.
Oh boy, this is double trouble.
Yeah. How many points does Pedro need?
I think he needs 5 according to my account. I'm going to give it a little snap.
How many scores?
Yeah, 35 to 7.
35-7.
Yeah, we got it correct. 35 to 7. Favor Piedro Bueno.
Well, he's could play this long or short. What's it look like? Long?
I don't know, but he can get long from this angle. I think he's got to play 3 rails.
No, he's going.
No, he's playing 3
He's going,
rails.
he's going.
He's playing a kiss.
Okay, Sonny, slow down a little bit, buddy. Now you know you're going to get another shot if you make this one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Gotta get these openings. You have to really try to get another shot out of it. There you go. That's good. Very good.
That's so good, though.
Not
He's
not
got
as
a
good
shot
as it
off-
could be,
he's
but
got a shot off the red, I believe.
yeah, well, it's not as good as it could be. But at least he was giving a try to get another shot out of it. Oh, he didn't shoot with enough speed. Come on, maybe get there. Oh my!
Wow. Well, they say, Bill, that nothing rolls like a ball.
Yeah, they're rolling tough.
Even with a few open innings here, Pedro's still averaging about 2. This game, he's 1 inning below 2.
Well,
One inning above 2, I
I
guess.
remember about, I don't know, maybe it was 6 years ago, maybe 10 between 6 and 10 years ago, Europeans never had a tournament where anybody averaged 2. Well, now they have a lot of them, but that would be pretty amazing if Pedro could get a 2 average for this tournament in America, where, everybody didn't think that was possible.
Well, he's had some good first halves of games and sort of slowed down the second half. And I
that
mentioned
seems
that
the
to
way
him.
they all go. Yeah, all of his games have gone that way.
And I mentioned that to him, and he said to me, "Well, I'm not a 3 average," and he laughed.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, the first half of the game, you seem to be."
Yeah. Well, when I first saw Bloomdahl, I made a comment in Chicago in 1984. I says, you're averaging close to 2. And he says, no, I'm a long way from 2. And when you think about it, 1.7 is a long way from 2.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's a mountain to climb.
It's just like if you're
just trying to go from
like
0.7 to
golfer and
0.8.
you're a 4 handicap,
Yeah.
and you want to get to a 2. Oh, that's tough to do.
Yeah, the higher you go, the harder it is to get to the next plateau. Which amazes me how these guys just keep on getting better. I mean, I think in golf, the average person's golf score is no different than it was 30 years ago.
No.
But I think in this game, maybe it's knowledge and equipment, but billiard players have gotten better over the years.
All right, Sonny, you got a chance here to
There you go.
continue this run.
I think he's got to be careful. Going to go off the outside of the ball.
And he looks like he's going to try to thin it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Good shot. He's yes, sir. 3 in a row.
Attaboy, Sonny. Sometimes the player blocks your vision here on the monitor.
Yeah, he's doing what I would do.
Yeah, I think so.
No, yes, sir. Good. 4. All right.
It's nice to hear some applause when you're struggling.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
You didn't take any time on that.
No.
And personally, I think those are hard shots.
Maybe the more you think about them.
Yeah, it could be. Uh-oh. Ha, ha, ha. He deserves it.
That's a 6.
Yep. Now slow down, Sonny. Make 11 at least.
It's funny, he just went around our table to exactly where he started from.
Yeah.
Walked around fast.
Yeah.
That's no good, Sonny.
Ah.
It's almost as much as saying I should have missed the last inning.
Yeah.
I didn't want to luck it.
He's got nothing to feel embarrassed about. Happens to everybody.
The 14 is 37-14, and
Yeah.
I think he should do something here with this shot. I think it's makeable. Look out.
Yeah. Boom. I gotta see Pedro's playing his last match with. He doesn't.
Oh, he's got more than one to play.
No, I think after this one, he'll only have one left.
I mean, but he gets to play 7 matches.
Yeah. He's got to play Torres. He's got to play. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got to play 2 rounds today. So yeah, he's going to have to play Torres and the other Cho.
Yeah, he's only played 4 so far.
Yeah, he's going to have to play J. Cho and.
That would be
Torres.
a repeat of the finals, the national finals.
Yeah. Oh.
Getting close to a kiss there.
What's he need to?
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's all over with, but we'll see.
Playing for one.
He's doubling the rail.
I guess he is, huh?
No,
My, what a hit.
he got it.
Well, that was a good game. I don't have any of either. This game ends at 40-14 in 21 innings. He's slightly over 2, but that's what he played, and he's been playing around that all along. And I think his average is still maintaining a 2 average after 5 games, which is certainly world class. Our next game here will be at 5 o'clock, and I'm happy to have Bill Johnson sitting in with me. And goodbye. We'll see you later.